What is going on, everybody? Washington here, back with another figure to review. For this review, we're going to be reviewing another Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure, and this one is Charles Xavier from the Tri-Sentinel wave. Just like from the other recent figure that I reviewed, which was Wolverine, this is actually one of the other figures that are part of the wave. Just as you can see on top of the box where it says Build-A-Figure Tri-Sentinel, and on the left side is a warning for small parts and shelving hazards. In the middle part, you see the Marvel Legends logo. And on the very top of the box, you just see the logo of X-Men. In the window box, you just see the figure with the accessories, something we're going to be looking at in a little bit. In the bottom part of the box, you just see the logo of X-Men and then the name of the character written in Crow-Cohen. That's what I heard. And then you see the Hasbro logo on the side there. On the side of the box, you see a good artwork of the character, Charles Xavier, the House of X. You see Charles Xavier's name right there on the bottom part. And the other side of the box is identical as the other one. In the bottom part, you just see the licensing and logo and barcode. And in the back of the box, the top left side, you see the Crow-Cohen name of Charles Xavier. And the right side, you see the Marvel Legends logo again, and the name Charles Xavier, or Professor X, how you want to call him. And there's also a little readout of the figure. If you want to read it, feel free to do it. Pause it and read it if you like. And also on the bottom part, you just see the whole 7 figures that are included for the Tri-Sentinel Build-A-Figure, starting from Wolverine to Cyclops, and the 6 figures that only have a Build-A-Figure piece is Charles Xavier to Cyclops, and obviously they always add an extra figure that does not come included with a Build-A-Figure, which is Wolverine, and that's the Tri-Sentinel right there. And on the bottom part, you just see another licensing, Marvel Legends and Hasbro. So yeah, let's get them out of this box so we can have a closer look at them. Okay, here we have the figure, and we can start off with the measurement tape. And Charles Xavier, he measures up about 6.5 inches. Yeah, which turns out to be like 17 centimeters. And yeah, this is Charles Xavier, or Professor X from the X-Men. This one's based from the Tri-Sentinel Build-A-Figure, and he obviously, he's got the helmet of Cerebro, which is pronounced that way because cerebro, which is in Spanish, it means brain, so it's cerebro, and they pronounce it in English cerebro. But yeah, it's got the X right there marked as X-Men. He used the helmet, to find other mutants around the world, and I guess that's what makes him walk or stand. I mean, like, if you know Charles Xavier, the character, he's actually on a wheelchair, and right there, he's just walking. He's standing, and yeah, the best detail part that they gave to this figure was just the cerebral helmet. They got the backside, they cut some quite details, nicely done, and some flimsy cables right here, flimsy tubes that, yeah, they would easily come off. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing they gave us, like, for Charles Xavier. I mean, like, he does not have any suit. It's just, I mean, look, there's no paint job or anything, no design, or at least an axe or some overalls that it had on the comics that it showed. But yeah, it does not have, it's just, thin legs, thin arms. I mean, it's just pretty simple. This is like the simplest figure that Hasbro has ever released. I mean, the only detailed part is the helmet, and that's all they gave us. I mean, yeah, it's got this ant crunch too that you can see that gap right there. That's just, yeah, a little bothers you a little bit, but yeah, they could have done at least a better job with this figure. I mean, I don't normally try to be on the critic side, but they could have done something better. They would have they would have done a lot better with this figure, you know. And Marvel always has this, bad habit of just not doing any paint job on the backside, but it looks like they just went all out on both front and back, just nothing. No boots or colors or anything, or the gloves, no paint lines or nothing, nada. Unbelievable. For accessories, I give you that. They did give us a little bit. They were a little bit more generous on the accessories parts. I mean, we got four in total. One is obviously the Build-A-Figure Tri-Sentinel right arm. You can see the peg where you just peg it in the torso. It's got that bulge on the elbows, and swivel, and it's got that open hand right there, swivel and bend as well. And yeah, we also got the two fingers, the index and middle with thumb. Obviously, what he uses for his head, for his telepathic powers that he has. And that's another thing about the alternate head. He has his eyes closed because he's concentrating on his telepathic powers. And obviously he's got this other pointing finger, maybe, or I don't think he's doing it with this one. He normally does it with the right hand with two fingers to concentrate. And you see this part right here on this head too. Obviously, it looks like it was pegged and it was glued in there, so that way, yeah. Here's a sample to give you guys an idea how he would use this two alternate fingers and the alternate hand. Obviously, is using his telepathy. I mean, he's got the smartest brain in the world. He can, well, those of you who have seen X-Men, you know what I'm talking about. We all watched those early 2000 X-Men movies with Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. Yeah. For articulation, obviously his head is on a ball peg. He can rotate the whole full 360 around. He's got this little hinge up here, so he's got the good ranging up. It's about this much. Looking down, about this much, really well. He can pivot a little bit side to side. He's got the ball joints on the shoulders, good extension on the arms, full 360 rotation. He's got those butterfly joints too, which is great. Nice. Butterfly joints are always nice. And he's got those swivel on the bicep right there. He's got the double joint right there on the elbows, double hinge. And obviously the fingers, the wrist has a rotation. It can also hinge up and down as well. We already talked about that ab crunch. The ab crunch obviously has that hinge there. He's got the swivel right there on the waist, which is so noticeable. I mean, he's got no suit, no armor, or at least not even a paint job on him. So yeah, and bulge on the legs, which he can split about this much. Nothing much really. You got good kicking range, about this much. Back kicking, not a lot. He's got those swivels on the thighs there. Double hinges on the knees. He's also got the ankle pivots on the feet there, and you can also hinge up and down. He's got those pec holes and also that stamp on the feet, just like any other legit figure. There he is with his two X-Men colleagues. For comparison size, here you have him with two Wolverines, 5.5 inches, figures from Hasbro. Here you have him with two other 6.5 Marvel Legends figures, Cyclone and Rock Python. Two other 6.5 Marvel Legend figures from Hasbro. Here you have with a 6.5-inch Batman from DC Collectibles and a Batman from Mattel, 6 inches. Two 6.5-inch DC DBZ characters from Dragon Stars. Two 7-inch luchadors from Jazzware. From the DC Multiverse, you receive with a Batman 7.5 inches and a 7-inch Superman, both from the McFarlane of the DC Death Metal. You see him with two 7-inch Dutch from NECA and a two 7-inch Ellen Ripley, both figures from NECA. And of course, with an 8-inch Predator and a 9-inch Cinnamore, both figures from NECA. So yeah, what do you guys think of this figure? Obviously, they could have done a lot better with it. Better added a paint job or some. I don't know, man. They could have done a lot better with this figure. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Um, would you collect them would you add them to your collection? I mean, or are you gonna be like me, just collect them just to collect the Build-A-Figure piece, or maybe it wasn't sale and you just couldn't pass the offer. Let me know in the comments, and thank you guys for watching. I'll be reviewing more X-Men Build-A-Figures from Marvel Legends. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.